What's up guys, RedFlyer here, back in the video, and we are back on the new Hawaii map here in Unturned. And yesterday we made a video on all of the new cars and land vehicles that have been added in the recent update. And today we're going to be talking about all of the boats and flying vehicles that were added in the Hawaii update. So if you guys enjoyed this video at any time, be sure to drop a like and subscribe, and let's get right into it. Real quick, I do want to say, I apologize for talking very fast in these kinds of videos. That's what a lot of people said in the last one. There's a lot of things to go through, so that's why I talk fast. But I'm going to try this video to talk a little slower so you guys can all understand me. I hope it works. Let me know in the comments down below. But anyways, the first boat we have here is the Commander. The ID is 803. All these IDs for the Hawaii vehicles are 800, by the way. I'm not sure why. I guess because it's a curated map. That's probably why. It's kind of weird though. Some of the IDs actually conflicted with mods I have, which really screwed things up, which is why I deleted all the mods I have. I believe it was the flying tank mod. Those were spawning all over my map, which was really interesting. But anyways, here we have the Commander, which is honestly a pretty cool boat. Not gonna lie, it doesn't go too fast. You know, about as fast as a normal boat. It's actually pretty fast for a boat. Up to, looks like we can get up to 70 kilometers per hour. You get up to about 70. Obviously slows down when you turn. I like the way it kind of leans into the turns too. Most of the boats do that. But the cool thing is we have a driver's seat here. You know, it's a solid boat. Got some decent cover on it. But then if you get an F2, it's a passenger seat. Well, actually no, F2 is the gunner. I was gonna hype it up a little bit more, but F3 is the passenger seat. But F2 is this gunner on the back with an HMG box, which I believe is the same from the helicopter that shoots on Russia. But this thing is pretty powerful. I can hit that car up there. There it is. It's already on fire. This is a pretty powerful gun, not gonna lie. And as you can see, there's like no. I have one bullet left, but there's like no recoil on it at all. And it's pretty overpowered. Not gonna lie. I love the way this looks though, with the double cannon. And you can like spin around and move this around. Oh my god. It looks really awesome. You can angle all the way down, so even if someone's right next to you, I mean not all the way, but this is pretty far, and up high, so you can hit planes. It's I love the way this gun works, and I think it's gonna be a really awesome boat. Like doing PvP fights with like 3 or 4 of these boats would be a ton of fun. That did not go as planned, but it's okay. The next boat we have here is the fishing boat, which reminds me a lot of the modded boat that I've covered. I believe it's a little bit bigger. I don't think there's one like this in vanilla Unturned, but it's pretty cool boat. I actually wonder, does this headlight thing actually work? It does not. Does it? Can you? No, you can't turn it on. That's kind of disappointing. I'm not gonna lie, but it still is a pretty solid looking boat. There's a lot of places to put like crates on the back if you wanted to put storage, and even like beds. Maybe, I don't know if you could put beds on boats. I don't think you can. You can't put them on vehicles anymore, but you know, if you wanted to make this like a little base inside of this boat, it definitely would work pretty well. It's not the fastest boat, it doesn't have any big guns on it, but it's still a solid method of transportation. Maybe instead of like a PvP server, you know, if you wanted to just drive around with your friends and explore, this is definitely a good boat to choose, because I believe it's gonna have a lot of seats. Let's see how many. At least 4. So one here, then it's a passenger seat, and there's one back seat, second back seat. Only 4 seats. Okay, they don't let you sit on the back, so I guess that's where you gotta put all your crates and stuff instead. But still, you know, it's a pretty solid boat. Nothing too much about it. You can go fish from it. It's a fishing boat. So go fish off the back. And we're gonna beach this one too. Shoot. That was not what I had in mind either. The next one here is going to be, is this the hovercraft? Yeah, the hovercraft. Which is one I talked about in the last video, because real quick, I'll show you guys that this boat also functions as a car, which is kind of interesting. And it goes faster on land than it does on the water, which surprises me looking at its bottom. But it can go up to like 50 kilometers per hour, I believe, on land. Yeah, 55. But in water, it also works, but it goes a little bit slower. So it's obviously like a hybrid vehicle. But water, it goes pretty slow. And let's see, if we just go straight, it looks like it's gonna max out at like 28 kilometers per hour. Maybe we'll get up to 29. Which makes me think that something is bugged with this boat, because I feel like it should go faster on here and slower on land. But you know, this is how it works right now. So this is how I'm gonna cover it. There is a driver's seat right here in F1, and then F2 is the passenger seat in the front. F3 is in the back. F4 is in the back. So 4 seats, just like the last boat, just like the fishing boat. But you know, I mean, I definitely take the fishing boat over this because it has more room for storage as well as it goes a lot faster. I'd say this is probably the worst boat, but if it's this or swimming, I think this is still faster. Plus, you can fit 4 of your friends in here, and there is some good cover. If you wanted to fight, I mean, I have a feeling this thing probably has a decent amount of health, and there seems to be some good cover where you're sitting because it's raised a little bit, so it's not horrible. You know, not my favorite one in the update, but definitely not terrible. Let's drive it back here. It just takes so long to drive back, though. But I guess it is. Let's see. Is it faster than swimming? It's probably about the same speed as swimming, actually. It might be just a little bit faster than swimming. But those are all the boats. So the next thing we're going to talk about is the Coast Guard seaplane, ID 810. Oh, and by the way, I kind of forgot a few of them. The commander is 803, like I said. The bouncer is actually down there. But the fishing boat is 827, then the hovercraft is 808. I apologize for that, but you can see those all in the description down below. There's a link to the ID page. But the Coast Guard seaplane, this is what I'm really excited to try. I haven't actually tried it yet, but it's a plane that also goes on water, just like the, let's see, what is it called? Not the Sandpiper. The, it's the Otter. The Otter. I believe it's called the Otter. Seaplane from the other maps. Let's see. Awesome. We're already going 107 kilometers per hour. This seems to be the max speed, which we're turning. We're still staying at the max speed, which is kind of impressive. This definitely feels heavy when you fly. It's not like a really light plane. Like even the Sandpiper, I think this one's heavier. But I really like this. There's a spawn right there, actually. It spawns right on Alaika base right there. That's pretty cool. I know I pronounced that wrong. I need to watch Union's video on pronouncing all these. I probably should do that. I saw he made one. I think it might have been a joke, not like him. But it definitely feels a little heavier than like a normal plane, like a Sandpiper. But I really like the way it looks. I really like the way it flies. Let's see the seats real quick. Got F1 in the driver. F2 is passenger. Let's hit the throttle again. Hit the throttle. F3 is in the back. F4 is in the back. Hit the throttle. You know, why don't we land it and then we'll look at the seats? Are we gonna land it right now? I think we're gonna involuntarily land it. No, we're good. Okay, we're gonna pull around. The nice thing about these seaplanes is they're pretty damn easy to land because as long as you don't flip it over, you're good. Here, I'll show you guys that in a second. But they're a lot easier than landing on like hard ground because then you have to land like really flat. These ones, as long as you're relatively flat, you're gonna be good. Like that. Awesome. So we had F1, F2, F3, and F4. Are there any other seats? Oh, there are. There's F5 in the back and F6 way in the back here. So there's a lot of seats in this plane. That is awesome. You can fit 6 people in here. That's really nice. F4, F3. These don't have windows. The back ones do, though. Sweet. Well, that's a Coast Guard seaplane. I'm definitely a big fan of this one. I love the way it looks. Just the red and white theme looks awesome. We just spun this around here. But here we have the bouncer, which is the sea helicopter, which is something that Unturned, as far as I know, has not seen yet. I believe there's not been one in Unturned yet, at least not in vanilla, which is pretty cool. Something I did try for the sake of science is if you just completely crash land these, will they blow up? And as you can see right here, they will not blow up, but they will flip over. And no matter how many times you carjack it, you will not be able to flip it back over. So be careful about that. I'm gonna turn my volume down just because helicopters are so damn loud. There we go. I apologize for that. Helicopters are so loud, man. But like I said, so if you just completely crash land it like this and just go straight into the ground, it won't blow up. It'll flip over, and you can't carjack it back. I tried for like 3-4 minutes, and I couldn't get it back up. But this thing, this thing is like tiny, so it goes really fast. This reminds me of back in like Arma 2, they had that tiny little helicopter. I forget what it was called. If anyone knows, comment down below. But it just, oh my god, you can turn so fast. This thing's gonna be so fun to fly around in. If you did like an obstacle course in this helicopter, that'd be a ton of fun. It turns really fast, way different than like the seaplane. The seaplane's really heavy. This is really light. I believe it's only gonna be a 1-seater. No, there's gonna be more seats. There's 1 seat here, one in the back. You know, why don't we land for this? Why don't we not fly for this? Like I said, the cool thing about landing, same with the seaplane, is as long as you don't flip it over, you really don't have to worry about your landing very much. Let's just kind of go down like this and just kind of land sideways. Just like this. Even if you just land sideways like this, you're good. As long as you don't flip over underwater, you'll be fine. So anyways, we have the driver's seat right here in F1, and then F2 is going to be on this side, and you got a good view to shoot out of. And F3 will be on this side. Sweet. I love this plane. This plane, that would be a lot of fun to do like battles with this plane, and I don't know about rocket launchers just because they go so fast. Maybe like miniguns with these planes, that'd be a ton of fun. See how the doors open too. The detail on these planes are just great, and I love the red and white design, like I said. And that was the bouncer, ID 808. I don't know if I said the ID, and the plane was 810, 810. But once again, look at the description down below to the ID page. You can find them all in there. So I don't keep forgetting to say these. But the last one here is the coaster. The ID is going to be 806, and this is just a land helicopter. You can't go on water, which is something that we learned the hard way. There's one at the bottom of the ocean over there. But it seems to be similar to the bouncer, but a little heavier. Like I mentioned before, did these lights actually work? The lights do work on these. Awesome. That looks really sweet. Look at the ground, yo. It makes like a big spotlight on the ground. That's sweet. I love the way that looks. Have planes in the past had that? And helicopters? I don't know if they have. That looks awesome. Huh. Well, that's cool. I'll make it back today so you guys can actually see. But this is definitely a heavier helicopter, but it seems a lot more solid, probably has a lot more health, and you're going to be able to hold more people. Not much to it. I'm going to land it so I can show you guys the different seats. But this is the coaster. This is going to be the more like heavy military helicopter rather than that little like fly around and go fast fun helicopter. But I'm going to land it past these boats here. This one, obviously, because you're on land, you have to be a little more careful landing it. You can't just crash it down like the sea ones. Right there. Awesome. Please don't land in the water. Thank you. Thank you, Commander, for keeping us on land. F1 is right here in the driver's seat. F2 is going to be in the passenger seat in the front. F3 is going to be in the back, which looks like... That's an interesting seat. I'm confused why we're straddling the seat. That's a glitch. That'll be fixed soon, hopefully. Unless if you want to straddle the seat like that. That doesn't look very comfortable, though. It doesn't give much usability. That was... Wait, hold on. F2. That was F3. F4 is the same way. That one needs to be fixed as well. And those are all the seats? Are you serious? Well, those are all the seats, I guess. That's interesting. Once they fix those, you should be able to like see out the window, and then it's actually not bad. But until then, this helicopter isn't that usable because you can't really shoot out of it. But it's still a good transportation method. It has 4 seats rather than the 3 in the bouncer, and it's a little more solid. Probably has more health if people are going to be shooting at you. But those are going to be all the vehicles in the new Unturned Hawaii update. All the flying vehicles and water vehicles. I hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you did, be sure to drop a like and subscribe, and comment down below what I should do next on the Hawaii map. And I'll see you guys in the next one.